Past 48 hours, a number of Republicans have bolted from Donald Trump and pulled their support from his candidacy. But is it wise for these politicians to abandon Trump at this late hour of the campaign? Our nightly political panel is here. Byron York, chief political correspondent for the Washington Examiner, and Heidi Presbella, senior politics reporter for USA Today. Heidi, your thoughts on this? There's some fairly notable people who have walked away now from Trump based on this. John McCain being one, Senator Portman from Ohio, the list goes on. Your thoughts about whether this is politically wise at this late stage?
Well, it has to matter to the candidate if his goal is still to win, because what I think it will do is two things. One, it will harden the support among his core supporters who are going to be really angry and feel like he's being, like he does, like he's being abandoned. But it's also going to, I think, crystallize some of the independent support that had drifted away from him over the past couple of weeks since the last debate. And I think the bigger question really at this point is just the absolute quandary that some of these members are in right now. You saw the Politico poll this morning showing that actually a number of Republicans are sticking by Trump. So that makes the decision for what they do really difficult, because they still need these Trump supporters to not bail on them when they go to the polls. So I think that the big quandary today is really how these members handle it themselves and whether we continue to see the defections. Tomorrow, I think a lot of that will depend on Trump's performance. Tonight, there's going to be a conference call, as a lot of news organizations have reported tomorrow, among Republicans, and I think they're going to have to make some tough decisions.
Let's just take a look at some of the faces that represent those who have walked away from Donald Trump. I mentioned John McCain, among others. There you see them, from fairly prominent members, a number of them up for re-election. Byron, your thoughts about how this plays out with so many Trump supporters apparently prepared to stick by him. And if my Twitter feed is any indication today, these people are furious at those who are bailing out on him.
And mine too. Trump was in a really perilous moment yesterday. You know, the video story comes out on Friday. There were about 8 hours on Saturday where it looked like there might even be a GOP stampede away from him. And you did see McCain. You saw John Thune, the #3 ranking Republican in the Senate, go away. You saw Martha Roby, a Republican representative from Alabama. And so you saw kind of a variety of Republican lawmakers cut and run from Donald Trump. My feeling is some of them, like Representative Jason Chaffetz from Utah, they're pretty safe because Trump is not popular in Utah. Others may have gotten out a little ahead of their voters. Not sure about Rob Portman, who's running way ahead of Ted Strickland in Ohio, and he had actually endorsed Trump and had kind of taken the issue head on.
Yeah,
and
he
been on Trump's
reversed his
side.
endorsement, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what I think you saw was, first of all, we don't have any good polls. You can't have a good poll this quickly after an event. It has to kind of percolate a little bit. But even on the basis of this quickie poll in Politico this morning, I think maybe some lawmakers said, well, you know, I don't think I want to get way out in front of my voters right now who seem to be sticking with Trump. So for the moment, I'll just stay quiet.
Yeah, I think that appears to be what a bunch of them have done.